Trying to time out when the best time to fill your gas tank is becoming a bit of a guessing game. Huge swings in prices in the capital region over the last several weeks, and just as things seem to have settled down, another big jump again today. Dana Hutchings now joins us with more in tonight's CHEK Point. Dana.
Scott, yesterday in Victoria, the price at the pump was $1.22.9. Last night, $1.35.9, a 13-cent jump, and today it dropped by 2 cents. Lately, there's been a lot of volatility. Analysts say there are three main factors that determine the price at the pump. The price of crude oil, that now sits at about $86 a barrel U.S. Supply and demand, and local competition among stations. Now, according to information from GasBuddy.com, we can look at the price of crude oil. It's a red line on a graph I think you're going to see in just a minute. There's a graph there, and it's got a red line and a blue line, and it shows you that they correlate. They go together throughout the year until about June. And then in June, we see some fluctuation. Analysts say that Costco coming to the island may have played a role in the fluctuation since then. There you go. See, in June, you see a fluctuation of price of crude oil and the fluctuation in the price of gas. That volatility is probably because of the Costco coming and the price wars.
In 1987, Payless gas wars were legendary. The price, $16.9. But by August 2003, drivers were shocked by a one-day increase of 6 cents. Gas then, $89.9 at all stations. Fast forward to March 2006, we covered another jump at the pump from $101.9 to $106.9. And in March 2008, another rise, $113.9 to $117.9. Then a gas analyst said,
"How high can we go here?"
There is no top.
Since then in Victoria, we've added a transit tax and a provincial carbon tax.
Well, it's absolutely frustrating for consumers at the moment. We know we're being gouged, everyone else knows we're being gouged, but there doesn't seem to be anybody who really cares.
So why is this happening?
It seems to us as consumers that there should be a relationship between the world price of petroleum and what we pay at the pumps. And what they virtually say to us, oh, you poor idiots, you wouldn't understand if we told you, but look, you know, there's got to be an answer out there somewhere.
We tried to get answers, calling the big oil companies.
Thank you for contacting the Shell Canada press office.
All we got was voicemail at Shell, Esso, and Chevron. Esso did call us back, but referred us to an independent analyst. Gas producers insist there's no collusion, but consumers' rights groups say this has been going on for more than 15 years.
And I don't even see any indication that anybody cares. None of the government seem to care enough to have a, you know, to come to some sort of arrangement or solution. So we're on our own.
And tonight's CHEK Point question, why are gas prices so volatile? And have you changed your driving habits because of the price hikes? You can tweet us at CHEK_news, on Facebook at facebook.com/CHEKnews, or CHEKPoint at CHEKnews.ca by email. Scott, volatile, yes, up one day, down the next. But in the capital, we're seeing some of the highest gas prices around at $1.33.9. So how do they compare? Let's take a look at prices around the island today. According to GasBuddy.com, as you head to the Mid-Island, Duncan and Nanaimo both hovering at around $1.23. Out to the west coast, Port Alberta, Ucluelet, $1.25. When you head north to Courtenay, it's the lowest on the island at $1.20. That's because analysts say there's a Costco gas bar there and there's been gas wars all summer. The only place more expensive than Victoria is Port McNeill at almost $1.39 a litre. And how do we compare across the country? Well, Vancouver is the only other major city paying more at $1.37. The lowest price in the country in Edmonton at $1.07, Ontario $1.22, and on the East Coast, Halifax is at $1.27 a litre. And that brings us to our CHEK Point question tonight. Why are gas prices so volatile? And have you changed your driving habits because of the price hikes? Here's some opinions from the streets.
I think it's crazy, and I think they're all playing games, and we're either the winners or the losers, depending on what time of the day it is.
I think it's a conspiracy between all these gas companies. There should be no reason for gas prices to go up and down. Every time oil prices go down, it takes several weeks for it to be felt at the pump. Every time they go up, within a few minutes, the prices are up.
I think it has to do with the situation in the United States and Greece, so the economic conditions are causing, you know, that's a basic commodity, so I think that's why it's going up.
There is an app you can get on your cell phone that you just type in where you are and it'll show where the cheapest gas is within like 30 kilometers or something like that.
I just wait until I can get it at a cheaper rate, and that usually is sometimes hours, not days.
And here's some of your responses from social media. AJ Lowry says gas companies like to keep mini wars ongoing to keep people filling up since sales must be down. They make up for the low price days by keeping it high on other days. It averages out to what they would be charging without the war. Sour Howard says Gas Buddy is my new best friend. I totally play the gas war game. And on Twitter, Vic Explorer says I haven't changed my driving habits, but I have definitely changed my refilling habits. Of course, we'll stay on the story and try and get some answers from the big oil companies in the days ahead. And that's tonight's Checkpoint.